Well, we've got the Beasts of the East taking on the Best of the West, although there is another team in Alberta that would argue that last point. But their team's not here, so it doesn't matter what they think. It is the Saskatoon Berries, the leaders of the East Division, taking on the co-leaders of the West Division of the Western Canadian Baseball League, the Okotoks Dawgs. First game of a two-game series here tonight. I'm Les Lazaruk. Welcome to Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field in Saskatoon. It is a sunny Tuesday evening. Nice night out there, as we've got a great night for baseball. And again, two very good teams. The Okotoks Dawgs paying their visit every second year. The Berries will go back to Okotoks next season in the Berries' fourth year of existence. 22-9 are the Okotoks Dawgs, tied with Lethbridge, who are 19-6 for the West Division lead. The Dawgs have won their last two games. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They have a 9-3 record on the road, and they have a plus 142 run differential, runs for compared to runs against. For the Saskatoon Berries, they're 21-9. They lead the East Division by 2.5 games over Moose Jaw. The Berries also have won their last two games. They're also 7-3 in their last 10. 13-3 at home, and plus 94. They've scored 94 more runs than they have allowed. Jackson Fox, local product, on the mound for the Saskatoon Berries. He's going to kick and deliver. The first pitch is fouled in the air down the right field side, trying to chase it down Ethan Murdoch. He won't get there. It'll land foul and then bounce out of play. Our first pitch at 7:01 on Tuesday evening, and it is a foul ball strike to Ricardo Sanchez, the shortstop for the Okotoks Dawgs. Jackson Fox on the hill. His one-strike pitch is a called strike. Quickly up 2 strikes is Fox. Home plate umpire is the crew chief, Phil McGee. Matt Schul is down the line at first base, and down the line at third is Blake Till. 2-strike pitch from Fox. Down low, 1-2. Jackson Fox is making his 7th start of the season. He has a 1-1 record, a 6.75 earned run average. He's pitched in 25 1/3 innings, has allowed 29 hits, 19 runs, all earned, has struck out 26 and walked 11, and gets a called strike 3 on Ricardo Sanchez to record the first out of the evening. Bring up the center fielder, Landon Kaufman. Kaufman, a speedy character for the Okotoks Dawgs. Gets on base a lot. Tied for 7th in on-base percentage in the league coming into tonight at .474. And there's reason why. He gets on. First pitch swinging, a single to center field. Kaufman came into the game hitting .405, and that will improve with that base hit. So 1 away, and a runner on first. It'll bring up Jordan Keeveman, the designated hitter. Keeveman is hitting .365, 27 hits in 74 at-bats, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in, left-handed hitter. Fox's first pitch down low, ball 1. Runner at first is Kaufman. On the ground, back up the middle, but going to be fielded by Laird. To second for 1, the throw on to first, in time, double play. Josh Henson playing second base. Makes the turn at second after taking the short toss from Brock Laird. It's a routine 6-4-3 double play to end the top of the first inning for Okotoks in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no Berries errors, nobody left on base. After a half an inning, Okotoks nothing, and the Saskatoon Berries coming to bat. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege. Left-hander Brody Pape on the mound for the Okotoks Dawgs. A left-hander. He'll face the top of the Saskatoon Berries order in the bottom of the first inning. Brock Laird, the shortstop, Ethan Murdoch, the right fielder, and first baseman Gavin Panks. Laird drove in the run last night that finished the extremely long night. 3 hours and 45 minutes to play 8 innings. It was Laird's base hit in the bottom of the 8th inning that ended the game in the mercy rule as the Berries defeated the Regina Red Sox by a score of 20-10. Or as Laird called it last night, a football score, not a baseball score. And he was right. Although everything was in increments of 1 at a time, it seemed. First pitch swinging, Laird on the ground towards short. Picked up by Sanchez. He'll throw on to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Bring up Ethan Murdoch. 3 for 5 last night. Right fielder's hitting .410 with a league-leading 50 hits in 122 at-bats. 7 home runs, 35 runs batted in, 11 doubles for the Swift Current product. Pape's first pitch is a called strike. Brody Pape, to find out a little bit more about his season. Change up, that's strike 2. This will be his 4th start, his 5th appearance. 14 2/3 innings. He's allowed 16 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. Struck out 19, walked 6. Swing and a miss, and the tag by the catcher applied to Murdoch, who went chasing after a breaking ball down low in the zone. So 2 away, and to bring up Gavin Panks, the first baseman. Panks, the catcher last night for the Berries in the 20-10 victory. 2 for 6 with a couple of runs batted in. A curveball in for a strike. Left-hander Pape against left-handed hitting Gavin Panks, who's the first baseman tonight. Swing and a miss again on a breaking pitch, 0-2. Brody Pape has a 1-1 record and an ERA of 6.14. But he looks pretty decent so far. Hasn't thrown a ball. And of course, as soon as I say that, there's one bounced in. Ball 1. Mason Rell is on deck. He has returned to Saskatoon to play another summer with the Berries. Coming off his sophomore year at Indiana State University. Panks with a 1-2 count. Swinging and a miss, strike 3, a couple of strikeouts for Brody Pape in the bottom of the first inning. Berries go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits. No Berries, no Okotoks errors, and nobody left on base. After 1, scoreless, Okotoks and Saskatoon as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Great day at the ballpark, great night at the ballpark after a great afternoon of weather here in Saskatoon. Partly cloudy skies, 23 degrees Celsius, that's 73 Fahrenheit, wind to the southeast at 11 kilometers per hour. Not much to deal with for the players as far as wind-aided situations. Top of the second inning. And Connor Croson comes to the plate, number 3 in average in the WCBL, and a breaking pitch from Jackson Fox down and away, ball 1 to start the frame. Croson hitting .430, 40 hits and 93 at-bats. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That looked like it had some cut fastball type movement on it from Jackson Fox. Back he comes, 1-1 pitch, another swing and a miss, 1-2. Defensively for the Berries tonight, in the outfield from right to left, you've got Ethan Murdoch in right. Nathan Houston's in center field, Nate Stinson in left. 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air to center field, line drive, and Houston just back a couple of steps will make the catch. Well tagged by Connor Croson, but right at Nathan Houston for the first out. Down to the plate is a former member of the Saskatoon Berries, Turner Zadinek, coming to the plate. He's playing first base for Okotoks. Zadinek hitting .328, 19 for 58 so far this year. Left-handed hitter. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. Zadinek was with the Berries last season. Down low, 1-1. Around the infield for the Berries, from left to right, Mason Rell at third base. Brock Laird at short. Josh Henson is the second baseman tonight, and Gavin Panks at first. Aiden Marion's the catcher. Jackson Fox delivers. Slow bouncing ball that Panks will handle, tag the bag, and retires Zadinek for the second out. So now it's the left fielder Aiden Doherty, who a couple of weeks ago hit for the cycle. He hasn't played a lot this season for the Okotoks Dawgs. 9 games coming into tonight. First pitch change up high, ball 1. Doherty, though, is hitting almost .500. 17 for 35. Into the hole, Laird at short, long throw, bounce, and safe is the call. Gavin Panks with the stretch. That was a good, accurate bouncing throw across the diamond by Brock Laird, who ranged to his right into the hole at short and threw across his body. Got a little bit on it in order to get it to the bag, but able to beat it out is Doherty. That's the second hit of the evening for the Okotoks Dawgs. Keeps the inning alive, and it'll bring up the catcher, Jaden Lusk. Left-handed hitter for the Okotoks Dawgs, facing Jackson Fox. First pitch in there for a strike. Right fielder Matt Evans is on deck, hoping to get an at-bat. One strike pitch. Outside, 1-1. Lusk is hitting .313, 21 for 67. A home run, 20 RBI, and 5 doubles. Jackson Fox comes set with a runner at first. Hit in the air, left field. Nick Stinson drifting over towards the line, makes the catch. That's the inning. The one hit is left on base for Okotoks here in the top of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no Berries errors, 1 runner left on base after an inning and a half. It is the Saskatoon Berries nothing and the Okotoks Dawgs nothing as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Brody Pape back out for the bottom of the second inning. 6'4" left-hander from Avon, Ohio. Played at Wright State University this past college season. As he finishes his warm-up tosses, he'll face Mason Rell, the Barry's third baseman, Nathan Houston, the center fielder, and Nate Stinson, the left fielder. Rell's first at bat, first plate appearance with the Berries, wearing those very snazzy pink shoes. It's almost berry colored, really, when you get right down to it. Pape's first pitch, down low, ball one. Last year with the Berries, Mason Rell hit .335. 4 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Third base, played some first as well, DH'd. Looks at his fastball strike, 1-1. Had 57 hits and 170 at-bats over 41 games with the Berries last year. This year at Indiana State, 10 home runs, 47 RBI, and he hit .362. So a good season collegiately. Tried to hold up his swing and went too far. And strike two called, 1-2. Rell wears 24 once again with his baby blue Berries jersey. They're wearing the baby blue tonight after wearing white last night against Regina. Up high, 2-2. Defensively for Okotoks, in the outfield in right is Matt Evans. Center fielder is Landon Kaufman. And left field is Aiden Doherty. Jack Lucier is the third baseman. Ricardo Sanchez at short, bounced in. And it's ball 3, a full count. We had a lot of those last night in a game that took 3 hours and 45 minutes. Second baseman tonight for Okotoks is Connor Croson. Turner Zadunik at first base. And that's ball 4, high and away. The catcher, Jaden Lusk, as Brody Pape gives up a base runner here. So Nathan Houston coming to the plate. Houston played shortstop last night, center fielder tonight. Last night 3 for 5 with a couple of runs scored, a couple of doubles, and 2 runs batted in. Rell with a good sized lead against the left-hander. Houston shows bunt. That's called strike by home plate umpire Phil McGee. One strike pitch. Houston doesn't show bunt. Takes the changeup for strike 2.
It's not here. I have used it before.
Houston comes into the game hitting .388, 40 hits and 103 at-bats. Tied for 4th in the league in hits with 40. 2 strike pitches outside, high, ball 1, 1-2. Houston is 8th in the league in batting average at .388 and tied for 5th in triples with a couple. Rell at first, nobody out. 1-2 pitch, and they'll check on Mason Rell at first base. Now Pape again with a check on Mason Rell at first. Three things that this league does not have that the majors have. One is the ABS, the automated ball strike situation. That's outside 2-2, that you can challenge an umpire's call. Another one is the fact that you can throw over to first base as many times as you want during an at-bat, whereas in the majors, come 2 times, you better have thrown over there and be done with it. That's it. Fouled off and staying alive at 2-2 is Nathan Houston. Of course, the other thing that the majors have, that probably could have used last night, is a pitch clock. 15 seconds when there's nobody on base, 20 seconds between pitches if there's people on base. Line drive up the middle, that'll get through for a base hit. Nathan Houston on that curveball waited back and was able to poke it straight over the pitcher's head and up the middle over second base into center field, so the Berries now have 2 men on and nobody out. They'll bring up Nate Stinson. Lefty hitter out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Went to college this past year at Belmont University in Nashville. Played for the Bruins in the Missouri Valley Conference, NCAA Division I. Corner infielders are in, thinking maybe a bunt. Stinson fouls that off. Out of play. 1 strike on Nick Stinson. He's hitting .306. 33 hits and 108 at-bats. 17 RBI. He has 8 doubles. Up high, 1-1. Nick is a fun-loving guy, an interesting person to talk to. I don't think there's any topic that he would not be afraid to discuss with you. 1-1 pitch, change up, fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. I've had a chance to speak with most every position player now on the team. Stinson would be among my favorites just out of the new guys. Ethan Murdoch is just so polished. Veteran guy. This one pounded on a 1 hop. Pape will throw it to second and it bounces off of the runner, and in to score is Mason Rell. Pape probably should have just gotten the out at first base and allowed the runners to go to second and third. But instead, he wheeled and threw to second base and threw it right into the runner, Houston. So it's a fielder's choice, and then the error allows Mason Rell to score. And that's an error on the pitcher. And the Berries go up 1-0. Runners on first and second again, still nobody out. And now it's Josh Henson. First pitch swinging, pops it up. In behind first, down the right field line, twisting foul, coming over and making the catch and getting the ball back to the infield quickly is the right fielder, Matt Evans. Ball was caught in foul territory for the first out. Brings up Nick Cote, who's the designated hitter tonight. Cote had a strong game last night. Everybody on the Berries had a strong game at the plate. There were 22 hits. Everybody in the lineup had at least 1 hit. Cote was 3 for 6 with 3 runs scored, a couple of doubles. He also had 4 runs batted in. Nathan Houston at second, Nick Stinson at first. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Cote from Oakville, Ontario. Attended Niagara University in Niagara Falls, New York. Brody Pape Bluffs a move to second base, gets Nathan Houston to go back to the bag. It'll be an unearned run for the Berries. Now Cote on the ground to the shortstop Sanchez, who bobbles it. He picked his head up. He wanted to make the play to second and see if they couldn't turn the double play. And as soon as he looked up, the ball was there, and he never fielded it cleanly. So a second error in the inning for the Okotoks Dawgs. Loads the bases with one away. And catcher Aiden Marion, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Berries, coming to the plate. Brody Pape in a little bit of a jam all of a sudden. And throws a fastball on the inside corner to Aiden Marion for a strike. Marion hitting .222, 12 for 54 this year. 2 home runs, 11 RBI. He has a couple of doubles for the Saskatoon product as Pape steps off the rubber. Change up high, 1-1. Top of the order, Brock Laird is on deck. One pitch, swing and a miss. It looked like Pape took a little bit off of that. 1-2 the count. These teams are going to play 2 games here. The only two times they'll play each other this season. The Berries do not make a return trip to Okotoks this year. Marion up the middle. Sanchez to second for 1, on to first, double play. That'll end the inning. But the Berries do score an unearned run on 1 hit. There were 2 Okotoks errors and 2 runners left on base. After 2 innings of play at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field, it's the Saskatoon Berries 1 and the Okotoks Dawgs no score as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Siemens Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian.
Coming up on the top of the 3rd inning here at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field, Jackson Fox, starting pitcher tonight for the Berries. Mentioned he's from Saskatoon. Played his freshman year at Cloud County Community College in Concordia, Kansas. 2-1 with the Thunderbirds this past college season, a 5.25 earned run average. All of his appearances, with the exception of 1, were in relief. First pitch swinging, hit back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Fox couldn't quite knock it down. And Matt Evans, first pitch swinging, gets his first hit of the season, as he is now 1 for 13 and probably feels very, very good about finally getting off the schneid. We'll bring up Jack Lucier, third baseman. Lucier is a left-handed hitter, hitting .290, 9 hits and 31 at-bats. First pitch from Fox is in for a strike. Lucier has a home run and 6 RBIs, a double and a triple. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Fox ahead quickly, 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch to Lucier, swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Jackson Fox of the night. Second one, sorry. He struck out this guy to lead off the game back in the top of the first inning, just after 7 o'clock. That's Ricardo Sanchez, the shortstop. You got to get the strikeout total right. There's pancakes on the line in this ballpark. Pitch outside, ball 1. Aiden Marion jumping up because the runner at first, Matt Evans, took a couple of quick stutter steps towards second and then put on the brakes. And when Marion jumped up, he may have blocked out Phil McGee from seeing that that pitch was actually pretty darn good. Now down low, 2-0. Umpires can only call what they can see, and you get blocked out by the catcher. Well, that makes it difficult. Then it becomes a coin toss, heads or tails. Slider down and away, 3-0. Fox behind Ricardo Sanchez with Landon Kaufman, the center fielder, on deck. Matt Evans. They say he's from Ontario. He's on first base. Whether that's Ontario, Canada, or Ontario County, California, that's another thing altogether. Sanchez swung away 3-0, fouled it off, 3-1. I am surprised that head coach Lou Pote of the Okotoks Dawgs would have a man swinging 3-0. Evans takes off, and Sanchez fouls it back to the screen, full count. Ricardo Sanchez is a veteran. He's played on 4 WCBL championship teams with Okotoks. There's quite a dossier on him in the season preview. Evans going again. Sanchez fouls it off. Count holds full at 3-2. Bit of a slow start then for Ricardo Sanchez. Striking out the first time up. Batting average sits at .266 coming into this at-bat. Now to check on Matthew Evans at first base. Sanchez from Mexico has played in 208 games for the Dawgs. 226 hits, 128 RBI, 178 runs, 43 stolen bases, and 144 walks over 755 at-bats. Fouled off again, full count. The star player at Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington. The 2022 WCBL MVP. This got to be the last kick at the cat for Ricardo Sanchez, I'd have to think, in this league. Once again, full count pitch. Evans going down low, ball 4. And now the Dawgs have 2 men on base with 1 away. And it'll bring up the center fielder Landon Kaufman, who singled his first time up, but then got erased at second base on a double play to end the first inning. The Okotoks Dawgs have a very successful academy program. It's something that the Berries are trying to do here in Saskatoon. And Landon Kaufman is an alumni of the Dawgs Academy as he swings and fouls the first pitch back to the screen, strike one. That first inning base hit for Landon Kaufman upped his average to .413. Came into the game sixth in the league in batting average. Right-handed hitter. 23 runs batted in, 6 doubles. Fouled off again. Jackson Fox ahead, 2 strikes quickly. He only played 9 games last season with the Dawgs, so graduate of the academy. This is likely his first full season as a regular. 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and away that Kaufman chased. 3rd strikeout of the night for Jackson Fox, and now 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. They'll bring up Jordan Keeveman, the DH, who bounced into that 6-4-3 double play back in the 1st inning. Don't have much to tell you about Jordan Keeveman here on the season preview from the WCBL. Thank you to the folks who put that stuff together. Call it strike. Ian Wilson, Joe McFarland, guys like that. Thank you, gentlemen. It's an invaluable resource. One strike count here on Jordan Keeveman with 2 on and 2 out. Changeup outside, 1-1. Fouls that off, 1-2. As public address announcer Simon Hyatt trying to get the crowd to make some noise. Help out Jackson Fox get the final out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Fox checks on the runner at second. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside. 2-2. Keevan with that double play ball, hitting .360 on the season. 3 home runs and 26 RBI, 27 hits in 75 at-bats. And he fouls that off. It hit in behind home plate and then back spun forward. But it's a foul ball. Count holds at 2-2. Ah, yes, for the first time tonight, there's the Deuce is Wild on the top row of the scoreboard in right center field at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 Berries, top of the 3rd inning. Jackson Fox working to Jordan Keeveman. Hit in the air, left center field, well tagged. Stinson going back. That one carries all the way out of here. Home run, Jordan Keeveman, a 3-run shot, and Okotoks takes a 3-1 lead. Keeveman's 4th home run of the season. Drives in 3. He's got 29 RBI now on the year. As he took that the other way to left center field, cleared the fence, probably some 380 feet away. So now Connor Croson, the second baseman, will come up. He flew out to center field his first time up. At the knees for strike 1. Fouled off, and Fox quickly ahead of Croson, 2 strikes. 2 out, 3-run home run for Okotoks has them in front. 2-strike pitch. Stays high according to home plate umpire Phil McGee, 1-2. Connor Croson in the top 10 in 6 different categories, and this one's a base hit up the middle. That's one of them. Came into the game tied for 4th in hits with 40. He has his 41st hit of the season. Single up the middle. It'll bring up Turner Zadunik, the first baseman, who grounded out to the first baseman on the opposite side, Gavin Panks, back in the 2nd inning. Mentioned Zadunik was with the Berries last season. He played some outfield as well as first base for the Berries last year. Slider inside and low, ball 1. Seventh man to the plate for the Okotoks Dawgs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Line drive, and that'll just hook foul. Gavin Panks couldn't reach it as he had come off the bag into his fielding position. And the ball went right over top of the bag, but landed in foul territory. That's the advantage of having this broadcast location. I can see right down the right field line. Zadunik pokes one out to left center field, coming in and going back, and it's going to be the shortstop Laird going back who will make the catch in shallow left field to retire the side. But a 3-run home run from Jordan Keeveman, the DH for the Okotoks Dawgs, puts them up 3-1. 3 runs on 2 hits. No Berries errors. 1 runner left on base. After 2.5, Okotoks 3, Saskatoon 1. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
This is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
So the Saskatoon Berries come to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, now finding themselves behind in this game. 3-1 to the Okotoks Dawgs. The 3-run home run from Jordan Keeveman in the top of the 3rd inning, giving the visitors the lead. So top of the order for the Berries here in the bottom of the 3rd. Brock Laird will lead it off. He grounded out to the shortstop Sanchez, his first timer up. A high pitch for a strike in the zone, according to Phil McGee, the home plate umpire. That's up higher than the other one, 1-1. Laird from Natchitoches, Louisiana. 303 batting average on the year, 3 home runs, 22 RBI. High again. That looked close to the first one. 2-1 the count. Laird has 6 doubles and a couple of triples to go along with 3 home runs, so he's got several extra base hits. Big swing and a miss. 2-2. Laird is also tied for 4th in walks taken with 22 this season. He's got a 2-2 count here against Brody Pape. And he swings and misses at a high fastball. Pape's 3rd strikeout of the evening. 1 away. Ethan Murdoch, who struck out his first time up. Murdoch again finds himself in 9 different offensive categories in the top 10. Came into the game 5th in the league in batting average. And a strike, first pitch thrown to the Berries right fielder. .407 average for Murdoch. That's down and in, curveball, 1-1. Almost hit him in the back right foot. Lefty who can throw that slider that comes in and down at the feet and get batter to right-handed hitters to swing over top can be dynamite. Steve Carlton made a career out of that in the major leagues. The year he won 27 games with Philadelphia, he did that all the time. Sent on 3 hops to the right side of the infield. Nicely played, though, by the second baseman Connor Croson. Throws out Murdoch for the second out. 2 away, and Gavin Panks, who struck out his first time up. Panks 37 for 90 on the year, hitting .411. First pitch up high, over top of everybody to the screen. Ball 1. It's a bad habit to keep playing with your pen after you've written with it. Next thing you know, you dump it on the ground and got to get people to get it for you. Terrible. 1-0 pitch. That's a changeup, a swing and a miss, 1-1. Two out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Saskatoon Berries, trailing 3-1. Mason Rell on deck. Pape's 1-1 pitch. He throws that slow change-up like curve outside, 2-1. That looked more like a curve than a change-up as it moved outside. Fastball popped up. Turner Zadunik, the first baseman, has a bead on it. On the infield grass, he'll make the catch. And it's a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 3rd inning for the Saskatoon Berries. No runs, no hits, no Okotoks errors, and nobody left on base. After 3 complete. At Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field, it's the Okotoks Dawgs 3 and the Saskatoon Berries 1. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
First pitch slider outside from Jackson Fox to Aiden Doherty, the left fielder. As we get going in the top of the fourth inning. Unofficial line score, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base. Foul tip strike, evening the count at 1-1. 3-5-2-2 for Okotoks. For the Berries, a run on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base through 3 innings. 1-1 pitch. Sails outside, 2-1. Doherty has already played for 2 different colleges. Played at the University of Washington in 2026 as he hits this one on the ground. Fielded by Josh Henson at second base. Throw was on to first. 1 away. It's the 3rd different position in the infield that Henson's played. Third base, first base, now second. The only one he hasn't tried out yet for Joe Carnahan is shortstop. You could probably do that too. Jaden Lusk, the catcher, coming up now. He flew out to left field his first time up. Jackson Fox kicks and delivers. Down low, ball 1. Matt Evans, the right fielder, is on deck. Lusk follows that off, and that zipped by the screen and ended up over top of the third base bleachers and out into the parking lot. 1-1 the count. Called strike 2. 1-2 the count on Jaden Lusk. Catcher from Vernon College hits this one to the right side. Henson over, collects it and throws out. That one looked like it was off the fist. It looked like it was hit hard and then it just died. 2 hops and Henson able to range to his left to come up with it and throw him out for the second out. So now Matthew Evans again. Single to lead off the third inning. He came in to score on the 3-run home run by Jordan Keebman as a swing and a miss by Evans for a strike. That's at the knees for strike 2. I'm told that the WCBL All-Stars will be announced tomorrow morning at 9 as this is fouled out of play and beyond the third base bleachers. Count holds at 2 strikes on Matt Evans. Of course, the All-Star game coming up next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend here at Next Gen Patch. Another foul off. Evans staying alive at 2 strikes. 18th is the Home Run Derby, the bunting competition, the Junior Home Run Derby, and a concert. And the All-Star game proper on Sunday the 19th at 1 o'clock. Strike 3 called, a check swing, but the home plate umpire, Phil McGee, rings him up. Strikeout number 4 on the night for Jackson Fox. He gets a 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no Berries errors, no Okotoks Dawgs left on base. After 3.5, Okotoks 3, Saskatoon 1, as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
In baseball in Okotoks. This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-1 Okotoks with the lead. Mason Rell comes to the plate for the second time in his return to the Berries. Walked and scored the only run for the Berries so far in the game, back in the second inning. Facing Brody Pape, who unofficially has thrown 44 pitches through 3 innings. The bullpens are both quiet, as you might expect. It's a little on the early side as both teams are pitching well, playing well. This is a much better played game so far than what we had last night, as first pitch to Rell is outside, ball 1. Not even an hour into the game, we're already in the top of the fourth inning. Breaking ball hit high in the air. It's going to go off the third baseman's glove and on into left field. A base hit for Mason Rell. A high hop that the third baseman tried to backtrack on as he realized it was over his head, and Jack Lucier couldn't come up with it. And on it went into left field. Second hit of the game for the Berries. First one for Mason Rell. Nathan Houston, who had the first Berries hit back in the second inning, a single. Swings and misses on the first pitch, strike 1. Pape, the lefty, with Rell at first. High, outside, 1-1. Mentioned Pape is from Wright University. So is Keeveman, the home run hitter. Swing and a miss. Houston behind 1-2. Found info on Jordan Keeveman because he's a left-handed pitcher as well as an outfielder, so he does double duty. A two-way player is Keeveman. He's done the damage with the bat tonight. 3-run home run. Houston on the ground towards Ricardo Sanchez at short. To second for 1, and no chance to get the relay on to Houston and catch Houston at first. So he'll reach on the fielder's choice, 1 away. It'll bring up Nick Stinson. Stinson reached on a fielder's choice, a play in which Brody Pape fielded the ball to the left of the, or to the right of the mound as I was looking at it. And rather than take the easy out at first, he tried to get Houston going to second and hit him with the ball, and ball ended up in left field, and Mason Rell scored on the play. Stinson with a swing and a miss, strike 1. Now check on the runner Houston at first. Nathan Houston has 8 stolen bases so far, been caught once. Big secondary lead. Stinson holds up. And now the check, the appeal, and the umpire behind the pitcher's mound. Third base umpire Blake Till says no swing, so 1-1 the count on Nick Stinson. Josh Henson on deck. Pape with a check again on Houston at first base. See, I knew there was a reason why there had to be some information on Jordan Keeveman. Pape with another throw over, and now the natives are getting a little restless here at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field. If I'm Pepe, I want to make sure Houston doesn't get any further off the bag with his lead. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1-2 to Nick Stinson. There's a little cutout area in the grass that goes from first base line to down towards second base. And Houston has a foot at the very end of that. Stinson with a line drive into right field. That'll get down, base hit. Houston turns second. He's heading for third. The good throw. Houston will dive in safely into third base. Houston challenging the arm, and a good strong arm, it looks like, from the right fielder, Matt Evans. But he could not catch the speedy Houston as he makes his way around to third, and a base hit for Stinson. One away, runners on first and third for the Berries, and it'll bring up Josh Henson, who's playing second base tonight. He had a foul ball fly out to right field back in the second inning, 0 for 1. Henson hit a 2-run home run last night in the 20-10 victory over the Regina Red Sox. Hit it a long way. Swing and a miss. Henson at the first pitch, strike one. Stinson at first has 6 stolen bases. See if he's going to be on the move here in this at bat. Pitch down and in, ball 1. That 6th home run last year ties him for 7th in the league. 29 runs batted in, tied for 8th in the league in that department. Up high, 2-1. Designated hitter Nick Cote is on deck. Okotoks with a 3-1 lead, but the Berries threatening to get at least one back, if not more, here in the bottom of the 4th, and Pepe will back off the rubber. That's because Houston called time, or Henson called time, I should say. 2-1 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Two and two the count. Change up, drifts outside, full count. Now it'll be curious to see what Nick Stinson does at first base. 3-2, 1 away. Henson has struck out 28 times this year. As Stinson goes, Henson pops it up foul out of play. The count will hold full at 3-2. Stinson returns to first base. I mentioned the 28 strikeouts for Henson, which you want to hope doesn't happen from the Berries' perspective, as a strike him out, throw him out. See what kind of arm the catcher, Jaden Lusk, has. Not going this time. Hit on the ground to third. To second for 1. Back over to first. In time. Double play. That run will not count, as the Berries hit into a second double play tonight and are done in the inning. No runs, 2 hits. There was no errors for the Okotoks Dawgs, and 1 runner left on base. After 4, Okotoks 3, Saskatoon 1. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Jack Lucier, first pitch swinging, a line drive caught by Brock Laird at shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jackson Fox here in the top of the 5th inning. Ricardo Sanchez, the leadoff man, shortstop, comes up. Struck out in the first, walked and scored in the third. First pitch from Jackson Fox, down low and gets away from Aiden Marion, the catcher, ball 1. Landon Kaufman is on deck. Guaranteed to get an at-bat here. Pitch called strike from Fox to Ricardo Sanchez, the veteran. Jackson ready to deliver again. Sanchez with a line drive. It's trying to fall in, but coming on and making the catch in left field is Nick Stinson. 2 away. That was kind of off the end of the bat for Sanchez. 2 away. And to the plate is center fielder Landon Kaufman, who struck out his last time up, singled in the first inning. 1 for 2. And called strike. Pitch 65 unofficially of the game for Jackson Fox. Back he comes, breaking ball down low, and now they'll appeal, and no swing, says first base umpire Matt Schul. 1-1 the count. Slider down and away, 2-1. Again, Logan Kaufman, a graduate of the Dawgs Academy, fouls that off. We have another instance of the Deuces Wild across the top line of the scoreboard here at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field. 2 runs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Landon Kaufman at the plate. Bounced in, full count. 3-2. The home run hitter Jordan Keeveman is on deck. If he gets up, it'll be because Kaufman reaches base, at least in this half inning. Full count pitch, hit up the ground, and it'll get through past Rell into left field. Kaufman's second hit of the ball game. 6th of the night for the Okotoks Dawgs, and now indeed it will be Jordan Keeveman. DH tonight, pitches, plays outfield. He's from Wright State University, is the teammate of the starting pitcher tonight, Brody Pape, for the Okotoks Dawgs. Two out, runner on first. First pitch to Keeveman is outside, ball 1. Kaufman, 12 stolen bases. That's up high and outside, 2-0. Kaufman is tied for 5th in the WCBL with those 12 steals. So he is a threat to go, being held on by first baseman Gavin Panks. Left-handed hitting Keeveman. Pops this one foul. Left side. Off the light standard and into the party patio. In behind the Okotoks dugout. 2 balls, 1 strike. We get another person get clunked on the noggin. The umbrella saved him. Fan in the stands last inning, not so fortunate, had the glove and missed. Had a ball hit him in the head. Popped again, foul down the third base line. Relg hassling after it, won't get there. Ball lands short of the bullpen area down the left field line for the Okotoks Dawgs. 2-2 the count now on Jordan Keeveman. She's a nice night for baseball. Partly cloudy skies, 23 Celsius still the temperature, 73 Fahrenheit. Strike 3 called, strikeout number 5 on the night for Jackson Fox. Strands a runner, no runs, 1 hit, no Barry's errors, 1 runner left on base. Halfway through, 4.5 innings complete. It is 3-1 for the Okotoks Dawgs over the Saskatoon Berries as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Saskatoon Berries to face Okotoks lefty Brody Pape here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Okotoks leading the Berries 3-1. Nick Cote reached on an error his first time up. Swings and misses at a changeup for strike 1. Pape and Jackson Fox, a pretty decent pitcher's duel here so far. Fox guilty of giving up 1 mistake, a 3-run home run by Jordan Keeveman. Breaking ball in to Cote at strike 2. Pape's only problem is errors, a couple of errors leading to an unearned run for the Berries in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 2-strike pitch. That's high over top of the head and be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cote able to duck out of the way. We get an early attendance figure tonight, 1,418. 1-2 the count. Cote beats it into the ground, slow roller towards third, picked up the throw on to first in time. Good job by the third baseman, Jack Lucier, making the play on the slow roller, 1 away. Aiden Marion, now the Berries catcher, up for a second time, grounded into a double play to end the 2nd inning. When the Berries had the bases loaded and had 1 run in. That was a key play in this ball game so far. Still have a little ways to go. Change up outside, ball 1. Looked pretty good. Unofficially, that's 66 pitches now thrown by Brody Pape. Fastball high, strike one as Marion couldn't hold up. Top of the order, Brock Laird will be up for the Berries in the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-1 pitch. There's that slow change-up breaking ball in for a strike, 1-2. One-two count coming to Marion. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Pape with 3 strikeouts. Only 1 walk issued. Having a strong outing for a guy who came into the game with a 6.14 earned run average. Mind you, he's only thrown 14 and 2/3 innings coming into tonight. Line drive, that'll get over the head of the second baseman into right field. Almost timing his leap and coming up with it, Connor Croson, the second baseman, but it just got over top of his outstretched glove. And a base hit for Marion. 4th one of the game for the Berries. A 1-out single brings up the top of the order, and Brock Laird, who's 0 for 2. Pape been throwing high fastballs to Laird. Certainly the last at-bat that was the case, and Laird struck out swinging on one of those high fastballs. Fastball is at the knees this time, strike one. First 3 men in the order for the Berries are combined 0 for 6 as Pape with a low throw on a check to see what Aiden Marion is up to. He's back to the bag safely. Marion, for a catcher, has 5 stolen bases. And again, Pape with a throw over, and that one was a little high and towards the right field side of the bag. First baseman Zadunik had to reach around Marion to make sure the ball didn't get away. Pape now delivers. Laird, long fly ball, left field, going back, and you can kiss that baby goodbye. 2-run home run for Brock Laird, his 4th of the season. Left fielder Aiden Doherty went back to the fence, leaped up, but the ball cleared the glove and the fence by quite a margin. About a 360-foot home run for Brock Laird. Ties this ball game up at 3-3, as in to score ahead of him is Brock Marion. RBIs 23 and 24 for Brock Laird. And we have a new ball game, tied up at 3. Inside and low to Murdoch, ball 1. I was just mentioning how the top 3 hitters in the Berries order were combined 0 for 6. Scrap that. Laird just blew that out of the water with that home run. And this one's well tagged by Murdoch. Straight away center field. That ball is up, and away. Back to back jacks for the Saskatoon Berries. Ethan Murdoch with his team leading 8th of the season, and suddenly Saskatoon has the lead back at 4-3. That one's over 400 feet away, as the center fielder gave up at the warning track that he wasn't going to get to that one. Murdoch with his 36th RBI. He came into the game tied for 2nd in the league in runs batted in. Back-to-back home runs for the Berries. Called strike to Gavin Panks. See if the catcher or the first baseman. I'm so used to Panks catching. He's playing first base tonight. See if he can get on the hit parade. 2 guys in front of him have come through this inning. Panks fouls that off towards the Berries' first base dugout. Finds himself behind 2 strikes. Still one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 3 runs in on 3 hits. Panks, check swing, check down at third. No swing, says third base umpire Blake Till. 1-2 the count. Mason Rell is on deck. He will get an at-bat. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Catcher kind of double clutched. He thought for a second that Jaden Lusk didn't think he was getting the strike 3 call, and in the end it was strike 3. Strikeout number 4 of the night for Brody Pape. 2 away, and Mason Rell coming to the plate. Singled his last time up, walked and scored in the second inning. For the product of West Bend, Wisconsin. Takes a strike high in the zone. Rell has played 75 games at Indiana State over 2 seasons. Breaking ball down low, like slightly outside, 1-1. 12 career home runs and 60 RBI in those 75 games with Indiana State. One pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball, high in the zone, 1-2. Rell wanted to take that one downtown where Laird and Murdoch had gone earlier this inning. Came up empty. One-two pitch coming from Brody Pape. Fouled off back to the screen. Good job by Rell to stay alive. Count holds at 1-2. Pretty good crowd for a Tuesday night. 1,418 on hand for this. Breaking pitch down low, 2-2. It's not a Christmas themed night tonight. That was last night. That was interesting. Santa Claus was in the park. And it was warm out. Just total oxymoron. 2-2 pitch. This is hit in the air to right field. Well hit. Outfielders coming over, and able to outrun it in right center field and make the catch is the right fielder, Matt Evans. Well tagged by Rell, but it's caught, and that is the end of the fifth inning. But the Berries scored 3 times on 3 hits, including a couple of long home runs, back-to-back by Brock Laird and Ethan Murdoch. No errors for Okotoks and nobody left on base. After 5, it's Saskatoon 4 and Okotoks 3 as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
For more than 25 years, we've been there.
For the top of the
helping
6th
Canadians
inning,
find the extra space they
unofficially has thrown 75 pitches through 5. He'll face the middle third of the Okotoks order here in the top of the 6th. Second baseman Connor Croson, first baseman Turner Zadunik, and left fielder Aiden Doherty. They've had 3 home runs hit in this game. This is a tough hitter's park. 335 down the lines, left and right field, 400 feet to straightaway center. It's got to be about 375 to the power alleys in left and right. Slider from Jackson Fox, first pitch to Connor Croson is outside, ball 1. So you really have to tag a ball to get it out of here. We've seen 3 of them. Another slider, this time in for a strike, 1-1. Croson 1 for 2, singled his last time up in the 3rd inning. 1-2 pitch, line drive. Going to be short hop by Josh Henson. He'll complete the play by throwing on to first, and that's the first out. Turner Zadunik is 0 for 2. Former Barrie. He's got a home run and 17 RBIs and 7 doubles among his 19 hits. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, strike 1. You can bet Turner would like nothing better than to do something against his ex-team. 1 strike pitch popped up foul towards the third base dugout and over top of the third base Okotoks dugout into the third base bleachers. Quickly Jackson Fox ahead, 2 strikes. 2-strike pitch, called strike 3. Zadunik check swing, but he's rung up by the home plate umpire, and that is strikeout number 6 for Jackson Fox. Aiden Doherty, the left fielder, coming to the plate. Doherty 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd, grounded out to 2nd. His last time up in the 4th inning. Doherty fakes a bunt and takes a strike. Two away here in the top of the 6th inning. And now timeout called by Aiden Doherty, the left fielder. Mentioned Doherty has played for 2 different universities. He was at the University of Connecticut in 2025 and University of Washington in 2026. Pitch down low from Jackson Fox, 1-1. Doherty played 37 games at Connecticut. Up and in, 2-1. Played 24 games at Washington. 361 average last year with 29 RBI. 8 steals. Line drive into right field. That'll find grass for a base hit. Hit number 2 of the night for Aiden Doherty. He broke his bat on that swing. Sounded like. 7th hit of the night for the Okotoks Dawgs, and now we've got action down the right field line in the Barrie's bullpen. In fact, we've got action down both lines in the bullpens. For the Barries, Dallin Root is winding up, warming up down the right field line. Here's Jaden Lusk, the catcher, swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 away and a runner on first. Here in the top of the 6th. Up high, 1-1. The right-hander warming up down the left field line for Okotoks. But he stopped throwing for the time being and is facing the diamond, so I can't see his number. Pitch outside, 2-1. Let's see, he's warming up 36, it looks like. Let's see if we can get a number off of that on the roster sheet. Meanwhile, 2-1 pitch coming up here from Jackson Fox. To Jaden Lusk, who hits it on the ground. Henson can't come up with it at second. It gets by him into right field. Stopping at second is Aiden Doherty. Back-to-back singles with 2 out. And now Joe Carnahan, the head coach of the Berries, will make the walk out to the mound, and we'll see if he's going to make a pitching change or if he's just going to see how Jackson Fox is doing. Dallin Rude has been warming up. The call hasn't been made yet, but Rude is starting to walk this way. So you have to think that a pitching change is coming. As Joe reaches the mound, and he reaches for the ball, and that is going to be it. And Dallin Rude is going to come into the ball game. Solid outing for Jackson Fox, 5 2/3 innings. He's still responsible for the 2 men on base. But he's given up 8 hits on the game tonight. Struck out 6. Walked 1. Gave up the home run, which is the only real mistake he made in the game. The 3-run home run by Jordan Keeveman back in the 3rd inning. We'll face 25 batters on the night. And let's see here. He threw 89 pitches, which for Jackson Fox is the most he's thrown in a game this season. So he'll give way to Dallin Rude now. Munster, Saskatchewan product coming in. Right-hander. Coming out of the bullpen for the Saskatoon Berries. Rude, one of the trusted relievers for Joe Carnahan, Ryan Olcheway, pitching coach. Dallin Rude into the game. This will be his 12th appearance of the season. He'll face Matt Evans, the right fielder. First pitch from that 3/4 overhand delivery is a called strike. First and second with 2 away, Dallin Rude into the ball game. One strike pitch down low, 1-1. Rude, 6'1", 170 pounds, again out of Munster, Saskatchewan. He's coming off sophomore year at Colby Community College in Kansas. 1-1 pitch. Looked like a knuckleball. It's in for a strike. 1-2 the count. Dallin Rude, 2 saves in his season. No other record, wins, losses. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down low, 2-2. Rude has pitched 14 2/3 innings. An ERA of 2.45. He's allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. Has struck out 15 and walked 1. 2-2 pitch. Change up outside. A full count. Jack Lucier, the third baseman, is on deck. Evans is 1 for 2. Singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Struck out in the 4th. Key moment here in the top of the 6th with 2 men on and 2 out. Rude, 3-2 pitch. Fouled off his foot. And the count will hold full at 3-2. Mentioned Rude is from Munster. About an hour and a half east of here. One of 3 pitchers on the roster from Munster, Saskatchewan. You've also got Adam Corty and Merrick Yeager. Second chance at the full count pitch. Runners moving, and that's fouled off of Aiden Marion's mask. And again, The count holds at 3-2. Rude being forced to work to get this out. Strong at bat from Matt Evans so far. Let's see who wins this battle. 3-2 pitch, swing on a miss, strike 3. And the fans get their pancakes as well as that strikeout number 7 of the night for Barrie's pitching. But more importantly for the Saskatoon Berries, a key strikeout for Dallin Rude with 2 men on. Okotoks does not score. They leave those 2 men on base. No Berries errors in the top of the 6th inning. And after 5.5, it's Saskatoon 4, Okotoks 3. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
Grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Okotoks Dawgs now. It's Emmett Stacker coming on. Stacker has only pitched 3 innings this season. He's got more of a hitter mentality from the looks of it, but in 3 innings of pitching, doesn't have a record. A 15 earned run average, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 strikeout, 4 walks for Emmett Stacker, a right-hander, into the ball game. He'll face Nathan Houston, Nate Stinson, and Josh Henson for the Berries here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Berries up 4-3. A well-played ball game so far. Stacker's first pitch, fastball down low, ball 1. Houston's been on base twice, once with a single, once on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball is a strike. Singled in the 2nd inning. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Low and inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch, breaking ball, down low, trying to frame it and get a call is the catcher Jaden Lusk. He does not get it from home plate umpire Phil McGee, so it's 3-1. Hitters count here for Nathan Houston. Line drive, 1-2 hopper, taken at second base by Connor Croson. He'll throw him out, as that one was fisted towards second base by Houston. 1 away. Nick Stinson coming up now. Don't ask me why I'm calling him Nate. Nicholas Stinson playing left field tonight. 1 for 2, singled his last time up in the 4th inning. Left-handed hitter. Inside, ball 1. Fastball swing and a miss, strike one. Both starters are out of the game. Jackson Fox is in line for the win as it stands now. Brody Pape for the loss. Stinson hits a ball into center field, left center. Drifting over is the Okotoks center fielder Landon Kaufman. He makes the catch for the second out in medium depth center field, and it'll bring up Josh Henson. Henson fouled out in the second inning, grounded into a double play in the fourth. 0 for 2. Playing second base tonight. Interesting. Breaking ball outside, ball one to Josh Henson. Emmett Stecker going back at it. At the knees for a strike. The umpires behind home plate didn't agree with that. They thought it was a little low. 1-1. Breaking ball. That one's down low. 2-1. Henson from Huntsville, Alabama, attending Southeastern Louisiana University. Fastball on the inside corner, strike two. Southeastern Louisiana is based in Hammond, Louisiana. The Lions in the Southland Conference. 2-2 pitch inside, full count. Emmett Stacker working fast, which does not bother me in the least. Work fast. Get the game going. 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike three. A 1-2-3. Bottom of the sixth inning for the new pitcher for the Okotoks Dawgs, Emmett Stacker. No runs, no hits, no Okotoks errors, and no berries left on base. After six complete, Saskatoon 4, Okotoks 3, as you're watching Berries Baseball on FloCollege.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Quick look at the unofficial line score for the Saskatoon Berries. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've left 3 runners on base. Okotoks Dawgs have 3 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 2 errors. They've left 5 runners on base through 6 innings of play. Dallin Rude's first pitch changeup to start the top of the 7th inning is a swing and a miss strike to third baseman Jack Lucier. Lucier 0 for 2. Another changeup in for a strike. I'll have to check with Dallin Rude. That looks like a knuckleball that he may be throwing there, not necessarily just a changeup. 2-strike pitch. Zips a fastball down and in, ball 1. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a fastball. 2 strikeouts for 2 outs here so far in the outing for Dallin Rude, as he'll chat with Ricardo Sanchez, the leadoff man, who will face Ruud for the first time after going 0 for 2 against Jackson Fox. Also walked once and scored back in the third inning. And a strike. Breaking ball, hit back off the bare hand of Ruud, slows it down. The throw on to first, not in time. Sanchez will make it to first safely. Ruud tried to barehand it as he was falling off, following his delivery towards the first base side, and it was back to the third base side of the pitching rubber. And he couldn't come up with the ball cleanly, and that allowed Sanchez to reach. So a man on. And Landon Kaufman, who's 2 for 3. Singles in his first and third times up, sandwiching a strikeout in the third inning. Breaking ball, strike one, swinging. Ruud was an affiliate player with the Berries back in 2024. As he'll check on Ricardo Sanchez at first. Sanchez has 6 stolen bases, been caught once. Kaufman lays off the breaking ball that time. 1-1 as it's outside. Ruud in 2024 pitched twice as an affiliate for the Berries. Won a game. Last year, 3-0 out of the bullpen as he hits Landon Kaufman now with that 1-1 pitch. And now he'll have to deal with 2 men on base. And Jordan Keeveman, the DH, who homered, a 3-run homer to account for all of the Okotoks runs in this game, back in the third inning. Ruud had a 3.46 earned run average in 13 games last season. He had a couple of saves to go along with the 3-0 pitch, with the 3-0 record. Tanner Hosick is warming up down the right field line for the Berries, and Joe Carnahan is making the slow walk out to the mound. Hosick just started throwing, so this is not going to be a pitching change, I'm pretty sure, but just making sure that Ruud is throwing strikes rather than trying to get too cute. And also probably a warning about this guy at the plate, Jordan Keeveman, who hit the opposite field home run back in the third inning. Berries with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Keeveman grounded into a double play in the first inning and struck out in the 5th against Jackson Fox, sandwiching his 3-run home run. First pitch swinging, fly ball left field. Stinson fading back will make the catch. The runners will return to their bases. A big second out for Dallin Ruud here in the top of the 7th inning, and now it'll be the cleanup man, Connor Croson, who's 1 for 3. Singled in the third, flew out in the second, grounded out last inning to the second baseman, Josh Henson. Right-handed hitter, a veteran of this team, Connor Croson. He is the 2024 WCBL playoff MVP. Now the pitch gets away from Marion to the backstop, and the runners will advance 90 feet. Ricardo Sanchez to third. Landon Kaufman to second. Ball 1 to Connor Croson, who's played 223 regular season and postseason games for the Dawgs over the last 5 years. He is an Okotoks guy. Attends Tennessee Tech University. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. He won the Outstanding Canadian Award in the WCBL last year after hitting .401 for Okotoks. He's hitting around that point right now. 1-1 pitch. On the outside corner again. Strike two, 1-2. Big situation here again. Two men on, both in scoring position. Barry's with a 1-run lead, and Dallin Rude trying to get out of the inning. Kicks and delivers, 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, a curveball. Count holds at 1-2. First baseman Turner Zadunik on deck. One-two pitch. Line drive, right field, base hit. In to score is Sanchez. Murdoch mishandles the ball in right field, but in to score and make it 5-4 Okotoks is Landon Kaufman. So a two-run single for Crowson gives Okotoks the lead back at 5-4. And they'll bring up Turner Zadunik. 10th hit of the game for the Okotoks Dawgs. Crowson with RBIs 28 and 29 on the season. First pitch ball to Turner Zadunik. Crowson going. Marion with the throw down to second. Laird leaps up, tried to swipe tag, and then couldn't hang on. Don't think you'd have gotten him out had he been able to apply that tag. 1-1's the count. Well, they must have called that pitch a strike. Stolen base for Crowson. Into scoring position. Zadunik at the plate with a 1-1 count. Breaking ball inside, 2-1. Crowson now with his 10th stolen base of the year. Zadunik checking with home plate umpire Phil McGee. As to the count, it is 2-1 with two away. 2 runs in, 5-4 Okotoks. Down low, ball 3-1. Left fielder Aiden Doherty on deck. Tanner Hosick is still warming up down the right field line. And we have a lefty down the left field line warming up for Okotoks. 3-1 pitch, hit in the air. Left center field, going back, and that's off the fence. In to score is Crowson. Zadunik pulls into second base with a double, and that makes the score 6-4. Hit the left field fence on the fly. Zadunik with his 18th run batted in of the season. And here comes Joe Carnahan to get Dallin Rude. And we'll have a new Barry's pitcher coming into the ball game. It'll be Tanner Hosick. Rude got it done last inning with 2 men on and 2 out, but couldn't get it done this time around. Okotoks with 3 runs in have a 6-4 lead. And Tanner Hosick coming into the game. Juice box, as they like to call him, as he likes to be called, will come on. Rude gives up 3 hits in the inning and is still responsible for Zadunik on second base. The hit batsman didn't help his cause. A couple of strikeouts for Dallin Rude as he faces 7 batters. And in his short stint, through 28 pitches. Three runs allowed And still the one runner out on second base. As Tanner Hosick is into the ball game now for the Berries. He's been busy out of the bullpen. This will be his 12th appearance of the season. He's got a record of 5 wins and 2 losses out of the pen, plus a couple of saves. 15 innings pitched. He's allowed 14 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned. 24 strikeouts in 15 innings, 6 walks, and a 1.20 earned run average. For Tanner Hosick out of Bellevue, Nebraska. 5'5", 150-pound smoke thrower out of the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He'll face left fielder Aiden Doherty, who's 2 for 3, a couple of singles in the 2nd and 6th innings, sandwiching a ground out. Tanner Hosick wants to stop the bleeding here right now in this top of the 7th inning. First pitch fastball up high, ball 1. Berries only have 9 outs to play with offensively. Nick Cote, the DH, catcher Aiden Marion, and Brock Laird will be the scheduled hitters in the bottom of the 7th inning for Saskatoon. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch upcoming. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Hosick coming off his sophomore year at Nebraska Omaha. Was 1-1 this year in 22 relief appearances. 20 1/3 innings he pitched. Struck out 18 and walked 7. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 2-2. Hosick was 7.97 ERA at Nebraska Omaha this year, but last year with the Berries, 2.70, a 2-2 record, and 5 saves. Two-two pitch hit in the air, right center field. Murdoch going back. He's under it. He'll make the catch, and that's the end of the top of the 7th inning. But it was a good one for the Okotoks Dawgs. 3 runs on 3 hits. No Berries errors and 1 runner left on base. After 6.5 as we head to the 7th inning stretch, it is the Okotoks Dawgs 6 and the Saskatoon Berries 4. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Nick Cote to the plate for the Saskatoon Berries in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail again by a score of 6-4. We've had 4 lead changes in the game. And Emmett Stacker in for a 2nd inning of relief. First pitch breaking ball strike to Cote, who's 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the 2nd inning, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. Down low, 1-1. That one was close to a strike. On the ground, third baseman up with it. Throws on to first in time. Good defensive play there by Jack Lucier at third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Catcher Aiden Marion to the plate. 1 for 2, singled his 5th inning. Came home on the Brock Laird 2-run home run. That tied the game back in the 5th. Stacker's pass ball is up high, ball 1. Down the left field line, action in the Okotoks bullpen. Emmett Stacker, breaking pitch, it stays up high, 2-0. Let's see if we can catch a number of this fellow who's throwing down the left field line. 14. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss at the fastball, 2-1. All right, let's see here. Dalton Hoffert is warming up for Okotoks. 2-1 pitch, slider down low, ball 3. Top of the order for the Berries coming up. Brock Laird hit a 2-run homer his last time up. And that's ball 4. Breaking ball down low. So a 1-out walk. Berries get a man on base for Brock Laird. 1 for 3, that home run. And somebody started out of the dugout on the third base side for Okotoks. And then retreated quickly back. And even Hoffert thought he was coming into the game, but he'll relax for a moment down the left field line in the Okotoks bullpen as Stacker will pitch to Laird. Up high, ball 1 with a breaking ball. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 Okotoks with the lead. First of 2 games. At the knees, strike 1. Same teams will play tomorrow night. And it's kind of a weird one for the Okotoks Dogs, because once they're done here, they play in Regina on Thursday, head down to Weyburn. So that's strike 2 to Laird. Play the Beavers in Weyburn on Friday and Saturday, and then come back to Regina for a game on Sunday before heading home. It's not the usual 2 games, 2 games, 2 games in 3 different stops. Do a little travelogue in Saskatchewan. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout for Emmett Stacker. 2 away, and now we're going to get the pitching change as Lou Pote, the head coach of the Okotoks Dogs, will come out and he will call for the right-hander, Landon Hoffert. Dalton Hoffert, sorry. 14. So Dalton Hoffert into the game for the Okotoks Dogs. Tell you a little bit more about him here momentarily. For Dalton Hoffert, this will be appearance number. Oh, he's made quite a few. I got to count these up. 3, 6, 9, 12. This will be his 15th appearance of the season. He's used in short stints. He has a win to his credit, 13 in the third innings. He's allowed 22 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, struck out 8, walked 5, an earned run average of 6.75 for Dalton Hoffert. Let's see if we can tell you a little bit more about him as we look at the. To tell you about Emmett Stacker, that Lynn Benton Community College is where he played his college ball this past year. But nothing more about Dalton Hoffert on the preseason preview. At least I can't seem to find it. And I'm not finding it. So, folks, that's all I can tell you about Dalton Hoffert unless I start doing a Google search here while he's still warming up. Although he's going to be facing Ethan Murdoch right now. And, of course, Murdoch hit a home run his last time up. Hoffert attended Hill College, or Hill Collegiate, this past year. On to face Dalton, or Ethan Murdoch, with a runner on first and 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Breaking ball gets away from the catcher to the backstop. Aiden Marion will advance to second base on a pass ball or wild pitch. Wild pitch. So Marion at second, and a 1-0 count to Murdoch, who's 1 for 3. 1-0 pitch from Hoffert, bounces in again, this time blocked by the catcher Jaden Lusk. 2-0 the count. Hoffert is indeed from Hill College. That's where he played his college ball. 2-0 fastball, in for a strike, 2-1. Hoffert checks the runner at second. 2-1 pitch is on the inside corner at the knees, 2-2, and Ethan Murdoch turns disgustedly and says, "No, I don't think so." As the deuces are wild on the top line of the Next Gen Patch scoreboard in right center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dalton Hoffert set to throw to Ethan Murdoch. And check swing. The ball gets away. It is not a strikeout. Turner Zadunik is running towards the mound. I think he thought it was going to be a called strike on the appeal, but the first base umpire, Matt Schul, says no. The ball got away from the catcher, and Marion's down to third base on a second wild pitch. And we have a full count now to Murdoch. Gavin Panks, the first baseman, on deck for Saskatoon. 3-2. And that's going to be called strike 3 on a breaking ball. An effective job by Dalton Hoffert getting a strikeout to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for Okotoks. 1 runner left on base after 7. Okotoks Dawgs 6, the Saskatoon Berries 4, as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Tanner Hosick back out on the mound for the Berries here in the top of the 8th inning. Saskatoon trailing the Okotoks Dawgs 6-4. Hosick came on and retired Aiden Doherty on a fly ball to right field back last inning to finish off the inning, a 3-run Okotoks inning that put them in front 6-4. Bottom third of the Okotoks order here this inning, it'll be the catcher Jaden Lusk, right fielder Matt Evans, and the third baseman Jack Lucier to face Hosick. Another arm warming up down the left field line for Okotoks. Lou Pote's got a bunch of them down there, and he'll just keep trotting them out here. Bryken Rice warming up. Hosick's first pitch down low, Jaden Lusk, ball 1. Here in the top of the 8th inning. Lusk is 1 for 3, singled his last time up in the 6th inning. Hosick with nobody on, works from low to the stretch. 1-0 pitch, line foul. Off the first base coach's left hand, couldn't bare hand catch it. 1-1. Hosick ready to go again. The 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Jaden Lusk at Vernon College had a .380 batting average and .500 on-base percentage in 47 games this past college season. Change up, called strike 2. Lusk also had 41 runs scored, 10 doubles, 7 home runs, and 36 runs batted in. That's pretty good junior college season. Left-handed hitting catcher with a 2-2 count against Tanner Hosick. Leading off the 8th. Popped up, foul territory, well over to have a look, but that's going to end up in the third base bleachers. Out of play, and a young fan able to duck and just missed getting plunked with that foul ball coming straight down. Sometimes you just got to have a little luck on your side. 2-2 pitch upcoming. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hosick gets the K. Swinging. Lusk couldn't hold up. Matt Evans now 1 for 3 with a run scored. Singled and scored in the third. Has struck out his last 2 times up against 2 different pitchers, Jackson Fox and then Dallin Rude. Rude got Evans to be the third out in the 6th inning. Now facing Tanner Hosick for the first time. Foul back to the screen, strike 1. So with the screen here this year, beginning of the year, it was Ball's getting caught up on it as they rolled down and got caught on the main vertical screen. Now they hit and miss whether they stay up or they actually fall off. Swing and a miss, strike two, as Hosick brings the gas with that fastball up high in the zone. Told it's about 95 miles an hour that he throws that at. Seems like more. Line drive, foul. Hooked foul. Looked good off the bat, but it had the hooking action. And the count holds at 0-2. I was going to say it looked like one of my drives off the golf tee, but I'm not a lefty and I don't hook balls. If anything, it's a banana slice. Goes in the same direction as a hooked lefty, but usually goes a lot further right. 2-strike count again. Hosick pitches down low, 1-2. Finally got weather you can golf in, play ball in. All the rain that we've had, for some people in the province, it's still coming. Yorkton area, east of here, wow. Swing and a miss, strike three. Looked like a changeup from Hosick. 2 out. Here in Saskatoon, we've got a great night for baseball. 20 degrees Celsius now, 68 Fahrenheit. Mainly sunny, but that sun is setting. So we've been in shadows for a couple of innings now. Wind out of the south-southeast at 12 kilometers per hour, which is like 8 miles per hour. Again, we got to do that conversion for our American viewers on the FloCollege ball. Swing and a miss, strike one. For all the folks tuning in to see their family member, their friend, whatever the case may be, thank you for joining us on FloCollege from Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Fastball just a little low, 1-1 to Jack Lucier, the third baseman for Okotoks. 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts for him in the ball game. Fastball poured in for a strike, 1-2. Barry's in the bottom of the 8th. Will have the meat of the order. Third hitter Gavin Panks, cleanup man Mason Rell, and center fielder the number 5 hitter Nathan Houston. See who's coming on to pitch for Okotoks. Maybe Dalton Hofford again after he finished off the last inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hosick strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no Barry's errors, and no runners left on base for Okotoks. After 7.5, it is Okotoks 6, Saskatoon 4. You're watching Barry's baseball on FloCollege.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Fourth pitcher into the game tonight for the Okotoks Dawgs here, coming into the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be left-hander Max McCrary. He's making his 13th appearance of the season. Has a win to his credit, a 4.97 earned run average. 12 2/3 innings pitched for McCrary. He's allowed 17 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned. He has struck out 14 and walked 3. Max McCrary into the ball game. I did see his name in the preseason. The University of Houston is where he played his college ball. And he'll face Gavin Panks, Mason Rell, and Nathan Houston here in the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Okotoks with the lead. Berries have 6 outs to work with to try and get back to even terms and maybe win. McCrary's first pitch, swing and a miss by Panks, strike 1. Breaking ball. Panks pulled his head off of the swing, thinking it would stay where it was, and it broke down and away. McCrary again. 1 strike pitch fastball on the outside corner, quickly ahead, 2 strikes. Panks 0 for 3 tonight. Tough night at the plate for the Covington, Louisiana product. He'll foul that off and stay alive at 0-2. Fans trying to get the Berries going here. Get a late rally. This is the 16th half inning of play tonight. We've only had runs scored in 4 of the previous 15. Panks fouls that off and stays alive, 0-2. Berries open the scoring with 1 in the bottom of the 2nd. 3-run homer by Jordan Keeveman in the 4th inning, or in the 3rd inning, gave Okotoks a 3-1 lead. The Berries got back-to-back home runs to score 3 times in the bottom of the 5th. Brock Laird 2-run shot. Ethan Murdoch right after him with a solo blast. Gave Saskatoon a 4-3 lead. And there's strike 3 called on the outside corner on Gavin Panks. 1 away. Mason Rell now, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Run scored in his return to the Berries lineup. See if the right-handed hitting Indiana State University Sycamore can get things started for the Berries here against Max McCrary. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Just to finish that scoring summary, the 3 runs scored by Okotoks in the top of the 7th. All coming with 2 away. Breaking pitch down low, 1-1 to Mason Rell. Major League All-Star game coming up next week. Swing and a foul tip, strike. 1-2 as Rell took a big hack at that one. Mentioned the Major League draft. Rell's Indiana State teammate, former Barry Carter Beck, is likely going to get drafted at some point in time in the Major League Baseball draft coming up this weekend just before the All-Star break. Something to watch out for. 1-2 pitch. Rell pops this one up. Foul ground. A race to try and get it and unable to do so. Turner Zadunik with a dive. That ball was about 40 feet off of the foul line down the first base side and halfway between the bag and home plate. He couldn't get there in time. It wasn't hit far enough for him to get to, so 1-2 the count holds on Mason Rell. Nathan Houston, the center fielder, on deck to face Max McCrary. One-two pitch, bounces in and up off of the catcher and into the screen where it stays. Caught up there, 2-2. Oh, there goes Peach. Pat Janix, Mr. Everything, equipment assistant manager. Washes the jerseys, runs out baseballs, chases them down. Does a little bit of everything for the Berries in a support staff way. 2-2 the count on Mason Rell. On the ground towards short. Ricardo Sanchez up with it. The throw to first in time. That's the second out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll bring up Nathan Houston. I was going to add that Pat Janix isn't that great of a golfer, but that's neither here nor there. That's for him and I to know about, although you now know. Me and my big mouth. McCrary to face Houston, who's 1 for 3. Fly ball, center field, but in medium depth center field, it is caught out there by Landon Kaufman. And it's a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 8th inning for the Berries. No runs, no hits. No Okotoks errors, nobody left on base after 8. It is Okotoks 6, Saskatoon 4 as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Fourth pitcher into the ball game for the Saskatoon Berries, and it's another debut tonight. Wesley Shackelford into the ball game, 6 foot, 205-pound right-hander out of Belleville, Texas. He'll come on in relief of Tanner Hosick, who pitched an effective 4-up, 4-down inning in the third. Striking out 3 along the line. Berries pitchers have struck out 11 tonight, but they've also given up 11 hits and 6 runs. So our first look at Wesley Shackelford into the game pitching, right-hander. He'll face the top of the Okotoks order here in the top of the 9th inning. Ricardo Sanchez, Landon Kaufman, and Jordan Kievman. Sanchez with a couple of runs scored, 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. First pitch swinging against Shackelford. To Hopper. Laird makes the play and the cross-body throw to Panks at first for the first out. Brings up Landon Kaufman, who's 2 for 3. Hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 7th inning along with Sanchez. That was that 3-run top of the 7th that has allowed Okotoks to have the lead. Kaufman has 2 singles to go along with the hit batsman and run scored. Takes a strike on the inside corners. Shackelford, ooh, old school. Hands above the head. And now a ball that gets past Rell at third base and on into left field. The bounce didn't come up for Mason Rell. It stayed down, and he wasn't able to get the glove down. Calling it an error, you're going to call it an error on Mason Rell. First error of the night for the Saskatoon Berries. 1 out. Runner on first. And up comes Jordan Keeveman, who had a 3-run homer. This one's hit up the middle. Taken at second. Henson on the bag. The throw on to first, and that's the third double play executed by the Saskatoon Berries tonight. 4 unassisted to 3 for the outs. 3 up, 3 down as it turns out. No runs, no hits. 1 Berries error. Nobody left on base. Last chance hotel for the Saskatoon Berries in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 6-4 to the Okotoks Dawgs. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
One more pitching change here for the Okotoks Dawgs going into the bottom of the 9th inning. This looks like 38, I believe. Brody Barnett is into the ball game. And he will face the Berries 6, 7, and 8 hitters here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's Nick Stinson, the left fielder, second baseman Josh Henson, and DH Nick Cote. Brody Barnett making just his 3rd appearance. So he's a late arrival to the team. No record, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 run earned, struck out 2, walked 1, 3.86 earned run average. Tasked with trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Nick Stinson 1 for 3 at the dish. Barnett's first pitch is hit into right field, a base hit. Well, that's the way to start it off in the bottom of the 9th. Brings the tying run to the plate in the form of Josh Henson, who's 0 for 3 playing second base tonight. Stinson at first. Can steal a base. Henson, first pitch swinging, fouls it off towards the Okotoks third base dugout, strike 1. Swenson's got the power to take the ball out of here. Swing and a miss at a breaking pitch. 0-2. DH Nick Cote on deck. Aiden Marion, the catcher, in the hole. And now time called. Good pace to this ball game. 2 hours and 37 minutes in. This one's hit well. Left center field. It will be gone. No, it's off the fence. Off the fence, around third and heading for home. Here's the throw to the plate, diving in. He's safe. I thought it was gone, but it hit the fence, high on the fence, just missed going out. A double for Josh Henson. And Nick Stinson scores to make it 6-5. Nobody out, 1 run in. And here comes Nick Cote, and now we're going to get a visit to the mound. Joe Sargent, the pitching coach, will come out and chat with Brody Barnett, who's faced 2 batters and given up a single and a double and a run. Mound meeting is interrupted. Home plate umpire Phil McGee says, let's get going. Nick Cote 0 for 3 tonight. Tying run, Henson at second base. Barry's trying a little bit of late magic. Infielders in at the corner. Cote, check swing, called strike. Aiden Marion, the catcher, on deck. Berries have 3 shots to get Henson in from second to tie the game. This is attempt 1 with Nick Cote. On the ground, up the middle, base hit. Henson turns third. He's heading for home. He'll score. We're tied up at 6-6. RBI single, Nick Cote. And the Berries now have the winning run on first base. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Nick Cote. Into the game is going to be Nash Nichols to run. And now it's Aiden Marion, the Berries catcher. RBI for Cote, his 12th of the year, his first hit of the night. This is Brody Barnett or nothing because nobody warming up in the Okotoks bullpen. Let's see if Marion might square to bunt. Third baseman thinks so. Luciani does square, drops it down. Pitcher Barnett up with it, the throw to first in time. But moving on to second base is Nash Nichols. The winning run is in scoring position. And it brings up the top of the order and Brock Laird, who hit a 2-run homer back in the 5th inning. And Ethan Murdoch on deck. Three hits in the inning for the Berries, a sacrifice, and a chance to win it here with 2 shots to drive him in from second. Line drive, left center field. Back as the left fielder makes the catch. And Nash Nichols wasn't tagged up to advance, so there's 2 away. Well hit by Laird, but caught in left field by Aiden Doherty. And so now It'll be Ethan Murdoch. And they're going to give him an intentional walk. So first and second puts a force on at any of the three bases. And it'll bring up Gavin Panks, who's 0 for 4. Panks is due. 0 for 4 tonight. See what happens here against Brody Barnett, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Okotoks Dawgs. Outside, ball 1. Mason Rell is on deck in case he is needed. Nash Nichols, the runner at second. He is the winning run. If Gavin Panks can cash him in. Dancing around at second. Barnett's pitch, swing and a miss from Panks, 1-1. Berries, though, have rallied here in the bottom of the 9th to tie it up. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Good crowd on hand. Most have stayed. 1,418, trying to get one more base hit, one more run scored. Brody Barnett's 1-2 pitch to Panks. Bounces in. It gets away from the catcher, and Nichols will advance to third. That ball didn't go very far away from the catcher, but he got turned around. And Nichols, as soon as he saw that, peeled for third, and now is 90 feet away with the winning run. Another one of those, and it could be ball game. 2-2 the count on Panks with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Barnett peers in. Gets the sign from catcher Lusk. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball to strike 3 called. And that'll be the inning. We're heading for extra innings tonight. 2 runs for Saskatoon in the bottom of the 9th to tie the ball game on 3 hits. There were no errors for the Okotoks Dawgs and 2 runners left on base. As we head to extra innings, tied up at 6-6. Berries and Okotoks. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
So here's a quick peek at the line score through 9 innings for the Saskatoon Berries. 6 runs on 9 hits. They've committed 1 error. They've left 6 runners on base. For the Okotoks Dawgs, 6 runs on 11 hits. They've committed 2 errors. They've left 6 runners on base. 10th inning. Jordan Keevan, who was the last out in the 9th against the Berries, starts at second for Okotoks. It'll be the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, Connor Croson, who drove in 2 runs his last time up with a single and scored what they thought was going to be the winning runs. As Wesley Shackelford out, pitched a strong 9th inning. And his first pitch down low, ball 1 to Connor Croson. Check on the runner at second. Inside, ball 2. Croson's 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 RBI, stole a base as well. Solid night for the second baseman for the Okotoks Dawgs. Inside, 3-0. First baseman Turner Zadunik up doubled and drove in a run back in the 7th inning for Okotoks. Got the base open at first. Shackelford into pitch, and that's ball 4 inside, a 4-pitch walk. So now Zadunik up. As I say, 1 for 4, double and an RBI back in the 7th inning. Could he be looking to sacrifice like Aiden Marion did in the bottom of the 9th inning? Sacrifice the 2 guys into position, scoring position, and give Aiden Doherty and Jaden Lusk a chance at driving them in. Zadunik, a left-handed hitter. Infield's at the corners, looking, and now the bunt attempt, and now the throw down to second is overthrown into center field by Aiden Marion, and stopping at third base is the runner Jordan Keevan. Up to second on the play is Connor Croson, and that acts like a sacrifice, as Zadunik jabbed at the pitch, called strike, but the throwing error, and I must admit I'm surprised that Keevan didn't score on the play, as Marion's throw way over top of everybody, and now the Berries bring the infield in. 1 strike pitch coming up to Zadunik. Outside, 1-1. Wesley Shackelford into the ball game for the Berries. Last inning, he's the 4th pitcher of the night for Joe Carnahan and company. Now in a 6-6 tie. Fouled off, 1-2. Top of the 10th. 2 very good teams. Berries 21-9. Okotoks 22-9. Fouled off again by Zadunik over top of the third base dugout. Count holds at 1-2. Aiden Doherty, the left fielder, is on deck. Berries want to cut off a run at home if at all possible here in the 6-6 tie. 2-2 swung and I missed. Strike 3, big strikeout for Wesley Shackelford, and there's one away here in the top of the 10th inning. Aiden Doherty 2 for 4, a couple of singles in each of the 2nd and 6th innings. Shackelford could use another strikeout or a pop-up in the infield. Now a 4-pitch walk going to be given to Doherty, and so the bases are going to be loaded now as the Berries utilize the strategy. Force at every base and allow the middle infielders to play back at double play depth, but Third baseman Mason Rell, first baseman Gavin Panks will play on the edge of the infield. As Jaden Less, the catcher, comes up, he's 1 for 4. Shackelford's first pitch. Line drive down the left field line, but slicing foul. 1 strike. Barry's in the bottom of the 10th inning. We'll have the middle third of the order up. Mason Rell, Nathan Houston, and Nick Stinson. Wesley Shackelford is in his Barry's debut tonight. High and away, ball 1, 1-1. Runner at third is the courtesy runner, Jordan Keeveman. At second is Connor Croson. One pitch. Fouled off over top of the third base bleachers into the parking lot, 1-2. Matt Evans, the right fielder, is on deck. No indication of a pinch hitter or anything like that. Evans has a hit, but he's also struck out 3 times. Shackelford, though, needs to worry first about Jaden Lesk. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside, 2-2. The Berries in the bottom of the 10th will have Gavin Panks, the runner starting at second base, as the courtesy runner. 2-2 the count, as PA announcer Simon Hyatt wants noise from the crowd to help out. Shackelford's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away.
Got a pinch hitter coming up here.
And we are going to get a pinch hitter now for the Okotoks Dawgs. Going to be number 23 into the ball game. As we scramble to find Jacob Rubleski. Hitting .315 on the year. 17 hits and 54 at-bats. 5 home runs. And 17 runs batted. And he also has 4 doubles. Right-handed hitter. So Jacob Rubleski in to pinch hit for Matt Evans. He'll likely stay in the game in right field in the bottom of the 10th. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, strike 1. Two away here in the top of the 10th. Bases loaded. Okotoks trying to regain the lead. Barry's trying to shut it out and get to the plate and try and win it in the bottom of the 10th. Swing and a miss again, strike 2. Shackelford 1 strike away from getting out of it. And again, attempts to get the fans loud and bring it on home as far as getting out of this inning goes. Runners on second and third with nobody out. Now it's bases loaded with 2 away and a 2-strike pitch up coming to Jacob Rubleski. Breaking pitch away, and a good job by Aiden Marion to make sure that didn't get to the backstop. 1-2 the count. Third baseman Jack Lucier is on deck. But Rubleski has to do something here in order for him to get to the plate. 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Wesley Shackelford strikes out the side. The last 2 strikeouts coming with the bases loaded. And in the top of the 10th inning, no runs for Okotoks, no hits. There were no Barry's errors, 1 Barry's error. And 3 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 10th inning, tied up at 6-6. You're watching Barrie's baseball on FloCollege.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Aiden Kraus comes into the game to play right field after Jacob Rubleski pinch hit for Matt Evans. Giles Salinas will run for Gavin Panks as the courtesy runner at second base. Mason Rell will lead it off here in the bottom of the 10th for the Berries in a 6-6 tie against Brady Barnett, the fifth pitcher of the night for the Okotoks Dawgs. First pitch, in for a strike. Rell 1 for 3 in his return. Hit in the air, right field, Salinas tagging at second, catch is made, and now he'll stop as the ball is thrown back into the infield and returned to second base. Off the cutoff man's glove, Ricardo Sanchez, but Salinas chose to go back to the bag with the help of the third base coach, Chance Wheatley. Rell flies out for the first out. Now it's Nathan Houston, who's 1 for 4 tonight. Salinas at second, the winning run here in the bottom of the 10th possibly. Barnett with a man just lurking off second base. Swing and a miss by Houston, strike one. Barnett had a tough start to his bottom of the 9th inning, giving up 3 straight hits that allowed 2 runs to score for the Berries and tie the game. So he's blown the save, and now he's trying not to lose the game here in the bottom of the 10th. Breaking ball, strike 2 on Nathan Houston. Barnett seems to have found the groove all of a sudden. Nick Stinson, the left fielder, is on deck. Salinas, the winning run at second. Barnett peering in for a sign, and now time called by Nathan Houston as the Okotoks battery taking their time deciding on what they're going to throw. 3 hours into the game tonight, but it's a lot different than last night. An exciting ball game between 2 very good teams. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, second strikeout for Brody Barnett in this inning, in this game, since it came on in the 9th. And now Nick Stinson. And again, we get a visit to the mound, and Stinson, first pitch swinging, started the bottom of the 9th rally. We may see another intentional walk here as this discussion is on at the mound for the Okotoks Dawgs. all the infielders, pitcher, catcher, and pitching coach. And Phil McGee, the home plate umpire, out to break it up. Stinson's 2 for 4 tonight with a run scored. And he's going to be walked. So first and second with 2 away, and Josh Henson, who drilled a pitch off the wall against Barnett last inning to get 2 runners into scoring position. Down the right field line, warming up is Colin Plain for the Berries in case there's an 11th inning. Henson line drive, but it's hooking foul into the bullpen area of the Okotoks Dawgs. Strike 1. Henson 1 for 4, but that double massive. He'd like to get a second big hit here now. Brody Barnett staring in at catcher Jaden Lusk, getting a sign. On the ground, shortstop, big room service hop, the toss to second for the out. And we're heading to an 11th inning. Berries don't score in the bottom of the 10th. No hits. 2 runners left on base. There were no Okotoks errors. After 10, 6-6. And we're going to get a pitching change for the Berries when we come back, as you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
So another pitching change here for the Berries. 5th pitcher of the night is going to be Colin Plain. Saskatoon product, graduate of Walter Murray Collegiate, coming on. Here in the top of the 11th inning. Plain is also a busy relief pitcher for Joe Carnahan and Ryan Olcheway. This will be his 13th appearance of the season. 12 and a third innings pitched. He has a win to his credit. In 12 and a third innings, Colin Plain's allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, has struck out 11, walked 3, a 2.92 earned run average. Aiden Krause is the runner out at second base, the courtesy runner for Okotoks. And a pinch hitter for Jack Lucier here in the top of the 11th inning for the Okotoks Dawgs. will be Bryant Starr. Berries defensively have changed up some folks. Galisalina stays in the game at second base, and Josh Henson moves from second to first. Plains' first pitch to Bryant Starr. Low and away, ball one here in the top of the 11th inning. Plains a big boy, 6'2", 220. And he hits Bryant Starr. Puts runners on first and second. And now Ricardo Sanchez, the top of the order, up for a sixth time tonight. 1 for 4 officially with a walk, 2 runs scored. Plain coming off his junior year. And now a fake, trying to keep the runner Kraus close at second base. Came off his junior year at Arizona Christian University in Phoenix in the Great Southwest Athletic Conference. Plain delivers. Down low, the ball gets away from Marion to the backstop, and the runners will advance. Kraus to third. Starr up to second. Ball one on the wild pitch. Six score. And again, the infield is in for the Berries. Gives Sanchez a big opportunity here. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs and inside, ball 2. Landon Kaufman, the center fielder, on deck for Okotoks. Plains 2-0 pitch coming up to Sanchez. Fastball for a strike. 2-1. I don't think many in the crowd tonight of 1,418 have left, even though it's after 10 o'clock, the 11th inning. 2-1 pitch up coming from Colin Plain to Ricardo Sanchez. Popped up foul, and Maiden Marion will have a look, but it's up over top of the backstop and way out of play. 2-2 the count. Good thing this is a Tuesday night and tomorrow's game is a Wednesday at 7 o'clock start, not a Sunday at 1. Be a quick turnaround again. 2-2 pitch to Ricardo Sanchez. Fouled off. He holds up there on a breaking ball. Count holds at 2-2. Infielders in. Runners at second and third. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, hooking foul into the Okotoks bullpen area. The count remains 2-2. To the veteran Ricardo Sanchez. Plain sets and delivers 2-2. Popped up, foul again, out of play, into the parking lot. 3 straight foul balls at 2-2 for Ricardo Sanchez as he battles against Colin Plain here in the top of the 10th inning. Here we go again with a 2-2 pitch. And one more time, fouled off, out of play. Next pitch will be the 9th of this plate appearance to Ricardo Sanchez. A little bit of drama on a Tuesday night between two of the better teams in the Western Canadian Baseball League. The 11th inning, tied at 2-2. Inside 3-2, the ball gets away to the backstop, and coming in from third, the tag, he's safe. Aiden Krause scores from third, and to third is Bryant Starr, and Okotoks goes ahead 7-6 on a passed ball. And now a full count to Ricardo Sanchez with the runner on third. Infielders stay in. Full count pitch coming. Back to the mound. Plain looks the man back to the third base bag and throws on to first for the first out. He'll bring up Landon Kaufman, center fielder. Been on base 4 to 5 times tonight. Couple of singles, hit by a pitch, reached on an error. Scored a run. Officially 2 for 4 in the game. Infielders stay in. Swing and a miss, strike one. Each team has gone with 5 different pitchers tonight in the game. Colin Plain popped up. Shallow right field, going back Salinas. Coming on in is Murdoch. He'll make the catch almost in the infield. And the runner holds at third, Bryant Starr, for the second out. That ball hung up in the air a long time. And so now Jordan Keeveman, who had a big home run back in the third inning, gave Okotoks their first lead of the night, comes up. That's his only hit of the night. He's 1 for 5 otherwise. Has grounded into 2 double plays, or hit into 2 double plays at least. Infielders back. Plains first pitch up high, ball 1. Two out, top of the 11th inning. Berries will have Nash Nichols, Aiden Marion, and Brock Laird coming up. As Keeveman hits this one way high in the air. Shallow left field. Coming on is Nick Stinson, and he'll drop it. Run scores to make it 8-6. And Keeveman held at first base. He wasn't running hard. He thought that was going to be the end of the inning. Third error of the game for the Saskatoon Berries. And now it's 8-6. Connor Croson to the plate now, with 2 away. And the ball gets away from Marion to the backstop, and on to second is Keeveman, ball 1. Two runs in for Okotoks here in the top of the 11th. Colin Plain in to pitch against Connor Croson, the very dangerous second baseman. Changeup up high, 2-0. In the bottom of the 11th, the Berries will start with Josh Henson on second base as the courtesy runner. Breaking pitch in for a strike, 2-1. That second run is a tough one to give up when it looks like you're out of the inning and only down one. You start with a runner on second. Now you have to manufacture another run in addition to the courtesy runner to come home again to get the tie. Breaking ball in for a strike again. 2-2 to Crowson. Plain would like to get out of this, if at all possible. 2 runs have scored without the benefit of a hit. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Staying alive is Crowson at 2-2. First baseman Turner Zadunik on deck. Same teams play tomorrow night at 7. If you're watching this and you're near the ballpark, think about coming out tomorrow night. These are 2 good teams. Crowson on the ground, foul wide of third base. Count again holds at 2-2. One more time, a 2-2 pitch upcoming to Connor Crowson, the second baseman. Line drive into left field, a base hit. Being waved around third and coming home is Jordan Keeveman. The throw is cut in the infield. The throw on to first, but back safely at first is Crowson. An RBI single scores Jordan Keeveman and makes it 9-6. So now Turner Zadunik coming up, 1 for 5, double, and an RBI for the former member of the Berries. To face Colin Plain. 3 runs in here in the top of the 11th for the Okotoks Dawgs. Upstairs and outside, ball 1. Plain ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. Plain steps off the rubber. Now ready to go again with Crowson on at first. 1-1 count on Turner Zadunik. Fouled off towards the Berries' first base dugout. 1-2. Ball hit the screen and carried on into the Berries' dugout. Joe Carnahan standing on the top step. Watched it go right by him. Didn't flinch. 1-2 pitch to Zadunik. Flared towards left field, diving and unable to make the catch is Brock Laird. Around second and heading for third and getting in there is Connor Crowson. A base hit for Turner Zadunik. And it's first and third now with 2 away as the Berries can't get that third out. They've had 2 strikes several times, but can't get the play in the field that they need to get out of the inning, and Joe Carnahan out to chat to Colin Plain and see how he's doing. And chat with the infielders. That's a quick meeting. As Carnahan steps away from the mound and then turns back and has something more to say to everybody. And now some of the fans starting to make their way out of the ballpark. 3 runs in the top of the 11th. breaking some of the spirit of the home crowd tonight. Plains pitch is inside, ball one to Aiden Doherty. First and third, the runners with two away. Playing to Doherty. Hit on the ground towards the shortstop Laird. He'll flip it to second baseman Salinas, and there's finally the third and final out here in the top of the 11th inning. But not before Okotoks scores 3 runs on 2 hits. There were one big Barry's error here in the 11th inning, and 2 runners left on base. After 10 and a half, again, last chance for the Berries. They got to make it happen again like they did in the 9th, trailing Bull by 3 at 9-6. As you're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus a WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
All right, bottom of the 11th inning. Berries down 3. Start with Josh Henson, the courtesy runner at second base. Nash Nichols, who came on and ran for Nick Cote back in the 9th inning, gets an at-bat here in the 11th. Facing the 5th pitcher, Brody Barnett. Breaking ball in for a strike to Nichols. Nash Nichols is hitting .205 on the season. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nichols 17 hits in 83 at-bats. Has 6 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Also has a double. But he's down 0-2. Hits this one towards third and is picked just off the shoe tops by Connor Croson, who's moved over to third base from second base. Brian Starr, who pinch hit back last inning for Jack Lucier, stays in the game at second. We have one away here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Aiden Marion, the catcher now. 1 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice. Fouls the first pitch back to the screen, strike 1. Runner on second is Josh Henson. Aiden Marion at the plate. Barry's down 3, trying to rally. Have only 2 outs to work with. Up and in, ball 1, 1-1. Brock Laird, top of the order for the Berries, is on deck. Pop fly In behind first base, Zadunik calls off, makes the catch in foul territory for the second out. And now it's the last chance, last hope. It's Brock Laird, the shortstop, who's 1 for 5, but that one was a 2-run home run back in the 5th inning. Henson at second with 2 away. In the bottom of the 11th. Brody Barnett's first pitch is in for a strike. Both these teams had won their previous 2 games. Somebody will be on a 3-game winning streak. It looks like, barring some kind of a miracle comeback here, that it'll be Okotoks improving to 3 straight wins as they're now down to their final strike, the Berries, after Laird fouled that back off to the screen. 0-2, Brody Barnett ahead on the count. Ethan Murdoch hoping to get a shot at the plate. If he does, it'll be the tying run coming to the plate. 2-strike pitch. And that is not called strike 3. Catcher Lusk thought it was and was ready to start celebrating, but it's ball 1, according to home plate umpire Phil McGee. One and 2 the count. Barnett shakes off and now steps off the back of the rubber. Wants to get a different pitch from catcher Jaden Lusk. Now he has what he wants. Barnett the 1-2. Popped up in behind third. Croson going back. Shortstop Sanchez over in foul territory makes the catch. And that is the ball game. The Berries forced extra innings, but couldn't get the winning run when they had chances in both the 9th and 10th innings. And in the end, in 11, it is the Okotoks Dawgs defeating the Saskatoon Berries by a score of 9-6. We'll come back with the final totals in a moment. You're watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.
This July, the Okotoks Dawgs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Siemens Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
Get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
All right, back to wrap things up from Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field. The Okotoks Dawgs score 3 in the 11th inning and defeat the Saskatoon Berries tonight by a score of 9-6. The unofficial line score for Okotoks, 9 runs. They committed 2 errors. They left 11 runners on base. The Berries had 6 runs on 9 hits. They committed 3 errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher in relief for Okotoks is Brody Barnett, his first decision of the season. The losing pitcher in relief for the Berries is Colin Plain. His record 1 win and 1 loss. Game took 3 hours and 29 minutes to play in front of 1,418 fans. The Dawgs improved their record to 23-9, and depending on what happened elsewhere tonight in the league, either in first place or still tied with Lethbridge. Third straight win for Okotoks. They're 10-3 on the road this year. The Berries dropped to 21-10. Their 2-game winning streak at an end. They're now 13-4 at home. Same 2 teams play tomorrow night here at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on FloCollege. And for now, on behalf of all the gang at Flow Sports FloCollege, everybody involved with the Saskatoon Entertainment Group, I'm Les Lazarick. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow from here at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field when it's the Berries and the Okotoks Dawgs for a second and final time this season. You've been watching Berries baseball on FloCollege.